Hey everyone, welcome to my video. Thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, share with your friends and family, comment. Make sure that you also hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you get notification every time I go live. Make sure those two bars show up above the bell. And if you want a personal reading from me, I am an astrologer as well as a psychic tarot reader. Check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Purchase your reading directly from my website. Within 24 hours, I will send you an email confirmation letting you know that I received your payment, and then we'll get your reading done as soon as possible. So get your psychic tarot reading done or your astrology birth chart reading done as well. So with that being said, also check out my social media links in the description box below. This is the ranking of the Man of Medan characters as zodiac signs. So I've already done a ranking on the Until Dawn characters as zodiac signs, and it seems like you guys really like that video, so I was like, why not just go ahead and do the kind of newest updated version of Until Dawn, which is the Man of Medan, made by the same makers of Until Dawn. So this is the Man of Medan kind of situation here. The, I guess, poster for it. Um, like I said, it is produced or made by the same people. And as you know, if you've seen in my Until Dawn, ranking Until Dawn characters as zodiac signs video, where I talk about all. Ooh, okay, ads. Like, we don't have time for this right now. First of all, can you go mute? Because I don't want to get demonetized. Okay, cool. Oh, the fact that we have to go through another ad, though, I'm about to skip this joint. Hey everyone, welcome to my. So I talk about all the characters in Until Dawn in this one, but if you get into the later part of the video, I talk about how I actually want to be a part of this series. I've always wanted to be in a horror movie. I've always wanted to be in a video game. This is like a 2-in-1. So Supermassive Games is the maker of Until Dawn as well as Man of Medan. My birthday is coming up in December, so if you want to kind of give me an extra thumbs up for making this video, what you can do is you can go to Supermassive Games LTD on their LinkedIn if you have a LinkedIn website. I clearly also have a LinkedIn website here as well, or LinkedIn profile, I'm sorry. And you can send them a message and let them know that I'm a YouTuber, I'm a psychic tarot reader, I'm an astrologer, I'm an astrologist, I'm a spiritualist, and I'm an influencer. I'm a public figure, and I'm interested in being in one of these games and future games. Because if you have, oh, y'all are all up in my tea. Damn. If you have been, like a big fan of the series, you know that this is about to be an anthology. So yeah. Side note. So with that being said, sorry, let me go back to what I was doing. So the Man of Medan is kind of like pretty much Until Dawn, except a different story. In Man of Medan, spoiler alert, by the way, for those who are watching, if you don't want to get spoiled, if you don't want to, spoil the story for yourself if you're playing the game or whatever, keep that in mind. Otherwise, if you don't mind, I'm about to spill all the tea. So Man of Medan is about a group of people, a group of teenagers, people who are like, it seems like they're in their early 20s at the very least or something like that, who go on a boat called the Milan, the Duke of Milan, I think is what it's called. And there is a woman who kind of owns the Duke of Milan, which I guess she rents out to people for certain occasions and, stuff like that. So they go on the Duke of Milan, and something really special happens in the Duke of Milan, which we'll get into a little bit later. But then it's tainted by a group of pirates invading the Duke of Milan and taking over the Duke of Milan. And it's really unfortunate because the pirates, depending on what type of situation, what type of choice you make, by the way, okay, so with these types of games, these are horror psychological horror video games. So if you've seen my Until Dawn video, you already know. But if you don't know, Man of Medan is a psychological horror video game which plays out like a horror movie, but you make all the choices to what the characters do, and what they decide to do. So you can either kill the characters or, make them survive. Now, the key, of course, is to make all the characters survive, but you are the person in charge. You're the choice maker. So it's really fun, actually. And I'll show you different pictures. It's a really actually kind of scary. I myself found Until Dawn a little bit scarier. This guy's definitely creepy, for sure. This one. This was a creepy scene right here, definitely. But it's a really, really interesting, fun movie. It kind of reminded me of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, like with the like kind of Jamaican going on a trip to the beach or on water vibe. So I definitely did get that kind of vibe from this video game. But it definitely did give me the creeps a few times. And basically, in this video, I'm going to talk about each character and I'm going to rank them as zodiac signs and why I think they are the zodiac sign that I choose them to be. So let's just get right into the tea and let's talk about the Man of Medan characters. So I have a website which shows not only the Man of Medan characters, but also the voice actors, the actors and actresses that played the characters. Now because I don't necessarily remember their names like right off the bat, I'm gonna have to use this website. By the way, shout out to shacknews.com as well as shout out to Google Images, I guess. So let's get into the tea. So Julia, this is Julia here, and this is Conrad's brother in the film, you all. Now I love how the character actually pretty much looks like the character that she is voiced by, or the person that she's voiced by. Because not all the time they're accurate with that. Obviously she has shorter hair. I mean, that doesn't really matter. But Julia is the brother of Conrad, which we will meet a little bit later, and also is the girlfriend of Alex, I believe, which we'll meet a little bit later as well. And Julia is she's very mouthy. Like she's very much a person who like mouths her feelings out loud. So I definitely feel like at the very least she's probably a moon and air sign or a moon and fire sign. I'm feeling more moon and air. Because she's definitely someone like that just mouths her feelings out. I'm scared. Oh my gosh, and it's just like sometimes you want her to shut up. But she's very smart. She's very nimble. She's very quick on her feet. She's very cool, good when it comes to making quick, smart decisions, I feel. And while she is very expressive with her emotions, she can be very like super loud at times. It's like, shut up, you don't want to alert someone. At the same time, she does have this way about her where, like, okay, maybe she just did see something really creepy happen, really freaky. Maybe she just did witness someone her friend, her loved one die in front of her eyes. But she's still able to pull it together and snap back to reality and be like, girl, okay, I need to survive at this point. So I feel like there's something very earthy about her, Julia, but there's also something very fiery about her. So I want to pin her as a Virgo. I want to pin her as a Leo as well. Just because how mouthy she is. A Leo with an air sign moon. Or maybe a Virgo moon. Um, but definitely a fire earth sign. So I think I'm going to pin Julia as a Leo with either an air sign moon or a Virgo moon. Period. Alright, you can find me in the comments if you want. Okay, so this is Brad, who I feel looks completely different from his voice actor persona. Brad, I found very attractive in the video game. All right, Brad was also a little bit goofy. Brad was a little bit slow. Half the game, you were wondering where Brad was. Was he okay? Was he dead? But Brad was also smarter than he seemed. All right, very Steve Urkel like. And if I had to peg Steve Urkel, I feel like Steve Urkel would probably be an air sign or a fire sign. Too expressive for an earth sign, I feel it. But if I see him as an earth sign, for an interesting kind of reason, I could see him as a Capricorn. But I don't feel like I could maybe see Brad as a Capricorn. But Brad's too goofy to be a Capricorn, I feel. Brad is too unsure of himself to be a Capricorn in certain instances. So I kind of want to peg Brad as a water sign because he does feel empathic. He does feel sensitive to like energies and shifts around him. I would peg Brad as an air sign, and if I had to peg him as an air sign, I would say Gemini. But if I had to peg Brad as a water sign, I kind of want to say Cancer or Pisces. Fire, I would say Sagittarius, but I feel like he's a little bit too unsure of himself to be a Sagittarius. Unless he was a Sagittarius with a water sign moon, like Cancer or Pisces. Oh, this is a tough one. I like Brad, though. Let's see, Brad. I'm gonna peg Brad as... it's tough because it's either between Sagittarius or Pisces. I want to say that Brad's a Sagittarius with the Pisces moon. So basically, Brad's a Sagittarius. He's witty, he's smart, he's a little bit slow, but at the same time, don't underestimate him. Like, you don't. I mean, you don't really have to worry about him. It's like, where's Brad? It's like, okay, Brad can kind of fend for himself at the same time. If Brad were a Pisces, I would be super worried. But like, Brad's a Sagittarius, I'm feeling. So we will meet Brad probably back in the middle at some point, I'm feeling, with that Sagittarius energy. Okay, let's move on to Fliss. Okay, I really loved this woman in this video game, y'all. So if I had to choose a favorite character in this video game, Fliss would be my favorite video character. Fliss is very feisty. Fliss is very fiery. Fliss is very impatient, and I think one of the descriptions at the very beginning of the game of her is impatient. She's very brave. She's very courageous. She's not afraid to stand up to the pirates, for example. She's not afraid to put herself in danger if she needs to. But at the same time, she's like self-assured enough that if she is in danger, she kind of knows, intuitively an escape, a way out. Not to mention, Flice is like not too afraid to like go out, go rogue, and do her own thing. So if I had to say Flice, I would say definitely could be Capricorn, definitely could be Aries or Scorpio or Aquarius. This is a tough one. Dang. What are y'all thinking about Flice? Felicity. I think that's her name, right, in the game? I want to say Aries just because she's so feisty. I want to say Capricorn just because she's so practical, but like bossy and like dictatorial. And I want to say Aquarius because she's a little bit unpredictable. And Scorpio because there's something very like mysterious about her. But I think it's between Aries and Capricorn with this Flice. I'm gonna call it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna say that Flice is a Capricorn in this video game. Just the way, like, she's very practical. She's very much does what she needs to do in the moment. Like, very smart, quick on her toes. Just like an Aries would be, but I feel like an Aries energy for Flice, it's like Aries is a little bit too much sometimes, too big for their britches. Where I feel like a Capricorn knows when to shut their mouth when necessary. Capricorns pick and choose their battles, as I feel like Flice does. So let's move on to Alex, who I feel looks completely different as well from his real actor persona. If I appear in this video game, I need my actor persona to appear as accurate as possible. All right. Um, just saying. However, very handsome. In the video game, Alex was very cocky, very confident. Uh, he is the brother to Brad, but also the boyfriend slash fiance, husband to what's her name again? Emily? Julia. Okay, so Alex is the boyfriend slash husband to Julia. Well, they get engaged in the game, all right, which I found really it was a really cute moment. I love the interracial aspect. Like I really like that. And yeah, so Alex is very hello. Sorry, you all. It's my natural health grocer letting me know that my CMOS order's in. So I'm just waiting for that. Do. Give me a second and we'll continue. Oh my god, that kind of scared me though. Like I wasn't sure if that was the killer, if that was the man of Medan, or what. So, ooh, ciao. All right, so back to Alex. Alex is very courageous, very brave, very mouthy in the game, very a little bit bratty too. He can be a little bit of a douchebag to Brad, I feel. So there's very something very kind of bossy and like I'm better than you about him. So I do feel a fire sign. Definitely could feel Leo or Sagittarius or Aries. Out of the water signs, I feel maybe Scorpio. But does feel something about him where he does seem to have hidden intentions, although you can't completely peek into his mind. He's good at kind of hiding his emotions. Maybe out of the air signs, I could see like Gemini. Maybe. Although Libras tend to be a little bit mouthy too. If I had to say though, there's also something I feel Aries about him. I do feel like Alex could be a hothead too, actually. So if I had to say, I would say maybe Alex is more of an Aries. What are you guys thinking? Definitely feeling Aries vibes from Alex, I feel. And Brad or Conrad. Okay, so first of all, Conrad actually looks like his character, his voice actor, which is interesting. I love that. So Conrad and Alex were a lot alike. Conrad is actually Julia's brother, which would make Conrad and Alex brother-in-laws. So I definitely feel like Conrad was definitely someone that was a smart aleck. He was very witty, funny. He definitely had a sassiness about him. And but there was like something a cool factor. Now sometimes he could be a little bit too overconfident. Like at the very beginning of the game, he could be the very first person to die. Like just by being overconfident and trying to escape from the pirates. The pirates shoot him, and it's just like over for Conrad. So there is something overly confident about him. Definitely feeling fire sign. Like I'm sorry for going straight to the fire signs, but there also could be something Gemini about him too. He's very adaptable. This is a tough one. What would you rate Conrad? Conrad, would he be a fire sign or would he be an air sign? I feel like it's between fire or air. Well, air is more about mental, whereas fire signs, they can definitely be a little bit mental, but they're definitely about taking action. And as you can see in the very beginning of the game, where Conrad tries to escape and may end up losing his life depending on the choices you make, he's very action oriented. So I'm gonna have to go with fire, and I think it's between Sagittarius or Leo. I think if I had to say between the two, it would be Sagittarius. So I think Conrad and Brad are both Sagittarius brethrens, but I think maybe on two different coins. I think Brad more so shows the higher intellectual, and philosophical aspect of Sagittarius. Where I think Conrad shows the more freedom and explorative and adventurous and funny side of Sagittarius. So I love that. And then this one, the curator, who pretty much plays the same kind of role as Dr. Allen in the Until Dawn video game. So this guy plays the psychologist. He plays the kind of main person who you meet at the very beginning of the game and throughout the game and at the end of the game as well. He's kind of the one who keeps you in check and kind of reminds you of the choices you're making and, how they reflect on you and your character. It's very interesting with him. So definitely get a Scorpio vibe from him. Now the Dr. Allen character I did choose as a Scorpio, but this guy I don't know. I'm feeling more Aquarius vibes. I'm definitely gonna have to go with Aquarius with the curator. Aquarius because he acts like he's your friend. He acts like he's all for everyone, but there's something about him that is very detached from the whole situation. So it's like, I care, but I really don't care. Like, I care, but I could care less if you die. Very much, kind of vibe from him. So this has been the Man of Medan ranking as zodiac signs video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for liking the video, sharing it with your friends and family. If you would want a personal reading from me, check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Purchase your reading directly from my website. And within 24 hours, we'll get your reading done. And I'll let you know that I received your payment. Or within 1 to 3 days, we'll get your reading done. But at least within 24 hours, I will definitely let you know that I received your payment. Love and light, keep in contact, like this video. Check out my social media pages, Lamarr Townsend on Instagram, Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Instagram and Facebook. And also, thanks for listening and watching. Make sure you hit the bell. Make sure those 2 bars show up above the bell so you get a notification every time I go live or upload a brand new video. Love and light. And let me know what video game or what ranking video you want me to do next in the comments below.